That's running a whole lot better. Alright, ladies and gents, I have been playing with this OEM carburetor for the better part of probably about 2 weeks now. Just kind of going back and forth with it. I finally got it to run halfway decent, but even after the rebuild kit, the fuel would just overflow out of the overflow on bottom of the carb. I think I'm just, for right now, I'm done with this OEM carburetor because it has been hacked up quite a bit, and I think right now I'm ready to just start with the good old Amazon OEM knockoff. First things first is that the 110 and the 125 uses the same carburetor. You just have to switch out the jets. So I still have my jets from my Carb rebuild kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Amazon Carb and I'm going to see what jets are in it. If they're not the correct jet, which I believe is a 92 and a 38. 92 for the main, 38 for the idle or the pilot. I'm going to switch those out, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and swap over the OEM choke mechanism as well. That way I can use the OEM choke. So this particular one has a 78 main, and the pilot jet is a 32. And we are done with the bottom of the carb. So now this should be up to 125 specifications. So when I switched over the factory choke mechanism on my son's Yamato 50cc, I ended up having to swap over like the butterfly and everything. So hopefully that's not the case here. So I'm gonna have to take the bolts off of the butterfly because the whole arm will slide out. And then the whole unit slides out like so. And then we're going to do the same thing with the OEM card. Everything should hopefully just slide on in. I think I need to pull that pin out. And before you get it on too far, you need to take your choke lever holder thing, and it needs to go from under the bottom, but it needs to slide right in that groove there. So you need to put it in that groove, and then you need to get it lined up on that pin in the carburetor, and then slide it on, twist it to where it seats in the groove. Then you can take your screw and mount it down.
That's how they get my knife.
And then after you get it installed, just give it a twist, and then everything should turn. But now we just want to check for functionality, and it opens and it chokes. No choke, choke, no choke, chokes. Everything works as it should. So now let's get it installed on the bike, and let's hope that it runs as it should. And the next thing to keep note of is that on the original carb, it has the studs built in. On the aftermarket carb, it has the nuts on the side. Alright, so what I'm going to do is that since anything long enough to bolt in won't make it past the curve in the manifold, I'm going to chop the head off. Oh, actually, Can I reverse screw this joker in? Ah, haha. So that's what I'm gonna do. I need to find one a little bit longer. So let me see if I can find one that's a little bit longer, and then I'm just going to reverse screw it. Found a longer bolt that was too long. Now let's make it shorter. Oh yeah, I cut it just a little short. But it bolts on. Then take the bolt from the other side. Let's tighten this up. So now we just need to get it put back on the 125. Yes, I don't think that my slide is going all the way down. So I left the slide and the needle alone, and I put the Honda top cap back on because I figured it might have been a little bit of discrepancy there. So I put the Honda top cap on, and it seems like everything is doing a full range of motion. So if you do get this carburetor and you don't have the OEM top hat, you may have to do some figuring out, because I guess there's a little bit of difference in something here, and it doesn't work how it should with the battery cable. Alright, let's see if she starts or not. Well, that's running a whole lot better. That's running a whole lot better. Alright, Amazon card, Rejetting. That's running a whole lot better. Alright, well let me put the seat on it and let's go for a ride. Man, this thing runs so good. Oh, it runs so much better. For right now, I'm just excited to get on it and ride it. That's all I got for today. I appreciate y'all. Peace.